Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited for today's video because I am using a brand I have never used before. They reached out to me and asked if they could send me a couple items to try out, and I'm blown away. Today we are trying out the brand Florasis. The eyeshadow palette is beautiful. I have their stunning face palette, and we get a very simple but beautiful look. Now you guys, before we jump into it, if you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. Hit the bell for notifications of new videos. And if you like this video, make sure you hit a big thumbs up. But if you want to see how I got this look using the eyeshadow palette and face palette from Florasis, just keep watching. Okay, you guys, I am so excited for today's video because I'm trying out the brand Florasis. I see it on my social feeds and I'm always intrigued and thinking about picking it up, but I haven't so far. They did reach out to me and ask if they could send me a couple pieces, and I was over the moon. I am so excited because seeing the pictures online do not do them justice. So I have one of their face palettes and I have one of their eyeshadow palettes. Oh, look at the artwork and the packaging. They are absolutely stunning. I am so excited to dive into this. So I did get to choose the eyeshadow palette that I received. And there are a couple different color stories, but I went with the more neutral with kind of like a scarab shade. There are some shimmers, some mattes. The one thing that kind of hurts my heart is when I go to swatch this, the pressings, which have so much detail and are beyond stunning. Like, can we appreciate the pressings? I don't even know. I don't have the words. It's absolutely stunning. But I know I want to swatch the shades. I absolutely want to use the eyeshadow palette and try it out. The color story is really pretty. It's definitely something I could gravitate towards and can travel with. But I really like this. The other thing is, so the cover for it, this is actually magnetic. So it just locks into place via magnets, which is beautiful. And this eyeshadow palette is the Floral Engraving Beauty Goddess Makeup Palette. I love the artwork that's on here. It is so beautiful. The one thing I was looking up online, Florasis is inspired by the wisdom of ancient Chinese cosmetic recipes. Florasis crafts beauty products that nourish the skin and leave it with a radiant glow, selecting only the finest natural ingredients. I am so excited for this. Their packaging is absolutely beautiful. I have high hopes for the eyeshadows, and I love a beautiful eyeshadow palette. Let me go ahead and swatch the shades, see what we want to do, and find out a way forward. Okay, these swatches did not disappoint and are absolutely stunning. They're so buttery smooth that swatching them, the color payoff is so beautiful. I do know that I'm absolutely using the shade Lucid Apple. It's the second shade from the left, that teal to brown, kind of like a scarab shade. And then the shade Roving Eyes, that one's kind of like a glitter topper. It has a champagne undertone with particles of glitter. I kind of want to marry that one into Lucid Apple. As far as the matte shades, I'm looking at the last shade in the top row, which is Mant Lead Moon. That is beautiful. And then maybe the lighter shade on the bottom, which is Fragrant Orchid. Maybe using those, and then the green. And then the bottom right shade, which is Whirling Snow. That's kind of like a champagne, so for the inner corner in the brow bone. I'm thinking I'm gonna get a lot of use out of this palette today and use probably a majority of the shades. So let me go ahead, prime my eyes, and we will dive right in. Okay, you guys, I think I have it figured out what I want to do. I'm going to start out with the shade Fragrant Orchid. It's a light tan, so I think it'll be beautiful in the crease. This is like a work of art. Like, I feel bad dipping in and using this palette because I know that it'll mess up the pressings, but it is just so stunning. That went on so nicely, just right here in the outer corner. There's a beautiful elegance to this makeup collection. And it's not just makeup that they have. They have skincare, foundation, setting powders. It was so hard to just pick a couple things. And I am probably going to place a bigger order. We'll start there for right now. I do want to use a couple more shades try them out, and then we can deepen things up as we go. Now I'm going to go into the shade Matlin Moon. This one's a little bit deeper, but I am going to start out on my fluffy crease brush, place it in the crease in the outer V, and then deepen it up with my compacted smudge brush. I dipped in once, and that went so far. I have not dipped back in. All right, now dipping in on the compacted smudge brush. When Luke and I were gone to New York for the weekend, I got an email confirmation saying it was delivered, and I was like, oh, I can't wait to get home to play with this. Now into the shade Lucid Apple. This one I'm going to pick up on my finger, and I'm going to place it ever so slightly in the middle. Ooh, that is so beautiful. That is so pretty. So I know I can build this up, but it just kind of has a brush of that teal. Oh, so pretty. And now into the shade Roving Eyes. This one I'm going to pick up on my ring finger and place it in the inner corner and into this beautiful shade Lucid Apple. With those two together are going to be stunning. And I just take the two shades and go back and forth, stamping them in place till they blend. Now on a dry brush, I'm going to pick up that shade and just make sure the inner corner is nice and finessed. Really like that. I will deepen up this outer corner in the crease once I've done my base products. Okay, we need to finish off the eyes so we can dive into the face palette, and I'm really loving my eyes right now. I do want to deepen them up a little bit. I'm gonna go into the shade Fragrant Orchid. This one, I'm just gonna use my small tiny compacted smudge brush. This is gonna go the entire length under the eye. And now into Mantled Moon. You guys, I don't even know why I was calling it mantled. It's mantled. I have my moments where I read something and I'm just like, wait, that doesn't make sense. It's mantled. And just right here in the outer V. Now on my larger compacted smudge brush, we're gonna deepen this up a little bit. I'm going to grab Fragrant Orchid on my fluffy crease brush and just here on the outer edge, kind of blend it out a little bit. Oh, I really like this. Okay, now the shade Whirling Snow. This is going to go in the inner corner and the brow bone. So pretty. Okay, I did already do my base products. Anything I didn't discuss will be linked down below so you can check that out. But I do have a face palette. This is the Eastern Beast Sculpting Makeup Palette. First off, can we appreciate this packaging? So it looks like it has a peacock, just the entire length of it. So the peacock starts here and then the feathers run the entire length. It is so beautiful. There's definitely some weight to the palette. Oh, look at this. So bronzer, blush, highlighter, and then White Tiger looks like it might be a setting powder for like under the eye. Let's see. Yeah, I would say it's like a brightening powder for under the eye. I'll try it out and see. And then there is a nice mirror in here. It's the only reason I didn't use the Whirling Snow shade on my cheek as highlighter because this palette has a highlighter in it. Okay, I did already contour, so we're gonna dive into the bronzer. Oh, the pressings are very beautiful. So this has a turtle, which looks like it has a snake wrapped around it, a dragon, the peacock, and a lion. This is gorgeous. Actually, before I do the bronzer, I'm gonna dive into this shade right here. Just pick it up slightly because I don't want it to be too bright underneath the eye. And then the bronzer, the shade is Black Tortoise. Oh, that's got some color payoff. I barely dipped in. We'll start out a little bit more gentle on this side. That has some color payoff, you guys. And there's part of me that's like, oh, build this up intensely, but also that's the nice thing about Asian beauty is they keep it very simple and toned down. But I feel like if I wanted to build this up to be super intense, I could definitely do that. The color payoff is phenomenal. Okay, now into the shade Vermilion Bird. This is a beautiful like peachy pink blush. I'm gonna dip in very slightly and build it slowly because the rate at which this has been building has been so beautiful. And I don't want to ruin it by going into the blush too heavy-handed. Oh, that is so pretty. It's a really pretty flush of color. Have y'all tried Florasis? And if not, are you going to? If you have tried it, I want to know what your recommendations are because there are going to be other items that I pick up to try out. And it might look a little intense right now. Once I put setting spray on it, it's gonna tone down, but I really like this. Okay, and then this is Azure Dragon. And it is a beautiful like pinky highlighter. I'm excited. Kind of just want to swatch it before. Oh, look how intense that is. I love a beaming highlighter. This is so beautiful. I don't think I need more highlighter, but I'm really liking this highlighter. And it seems to have like little glitter particles in it. So pretty. Okay, let me go do brows, liner, mascara, and lips, and I'll be back with the final look. Okay, you guys, I'm back and this is the final look. I'm really loving how my makeup turned out. This palette from Florasis is absolutely stunning. I love the artwork on here. The color story is fairly neutral, but I love this beautiful greeny scarabee shade. And then I really want to play around with these burnt orange shades in the future. The color story is definitely something I gravitate towards. I can wear it daily, but then I feel like you can keep it all matte. You can keep it with a little pop of shimmer. It is so beautiful. And the artwork, the pressings, you have the koi fish, you have the different flowers and just earth elements. There's even a horse in here and I didn't realize that before. Just looking at this every single time, I see different things that pop out to me. Very beautiful. Now for the face. I really like this palette. It's very nice and compact. I definitely think that I could travel with this, but I really like the bronzer, the blush. So it was very buildable, subtle. I could just pop it on and blend it out, or I could build it up. Especially with this blush, the shade is absolutely stunning. It's something that I would wear every single day. And even the highlighter, even though it looks like it's pink in the pan, it went on so beautifully on top of this beautiful pink shade. There are little glitter particles, which may not be everyone's cup of tea, but if you knock your brush a little bit on your finger, you'll be able to get those glitter particles off. I feel like it just gives a very beautiful, ethereal, glowy look. And even then with the blush, it's not a full matte. There is kind of a glow on the skin. I'm really loving this. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you're gonna pick anything up. I'm interested to know what you have to say. But you guys, before we go, if you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. Hit the bell for notifications of new videos. And if you like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Until my next video, you guys, bye. I'll see you in the next one.